What's up YouTube, this is Boom Shakaboxer once again, and today I will be supplementing my previous video with a little bit of commentary on one of my aggressive offense gameplays on Damavand Peak Rush. Now before I begin, I just want to recall some points I made in the previous video and hopefully explain them a little better so that you guys can have a little better understanding of what I meant. So I said that in order to play aggressive offense, you need to do two things. The first is to win your one-on-one engagements, and the second is to slice into enemy territory. The first should be intuitive enough. You need to simply beat guys that you're supposed to beat, and hopefully refrain from fighting players on the opposite team that simply are better than you. However, I find the second point to be more important to understand in order to play aggressive offense well. Now, imagine an open top box that's filled with water. If you put your hand in that box and try to slice the water, what happens? Ultimately, you end up displacing only the very end of your slice. However, what if you decide to put your entire hand in the box and push the water from the bottom to the very top? In this situation, water gets pushed out of the box and you end up slowly draining the box of that water. This is why I call aggressive offense a slicing motion rather than a pushing motion. As an individual player, you simply do not have the tools to push the entire map on your own. You have to commit to a flank and slice it, as opposed to moving along with your team and pushing all flanks. This second maneuver is referred to as passive offense, which I will go into details in a later video. Until then, please enjoy this little commentary I have of aggressive offense for you. So, as you just saw, as soon as the map started, I committed myself into slicing the enemy defense from the right flank. I took the jeep, which enabled me to get down there faster, and fortunately enough, the enemy chopper was nowhere to be found. Try to keep in mind that in aggressive offense, you are not simply running and gunning and trying to kill everyone you see. Instead, you need to set an objective, some defensible location near the enemy spawn that you can hold down on your own in order to force your enemy to focus on you, thus enabling your team to move up. In this video, I committed myself into trying to capture the ball tower because it's highly defensible and provides a strong advantage over friendly and enemy forces. I was fortunate enough to win my 1v1 engagements for whatever reason, and not only do I secure myself a proxy, I secure a spawn point for my squad mates in case a fight at MCOMs go awry. We managed to take out the first set of MCOMs, start to clear out the enemies within our spawn, and will continue with our push as soon as the map opens up. In this example, after having success on the right flank, I decided to try to play aggressive again on the right flank for the second pair of MCOMs. As soon as the map opens up, you will see me parachute down, start rushing the right flank, and it is there that I will see for the first time the enemy chopper. Coincidentally, we also get a glimpse of how effective they are at managing their chopper, and it is there that my suspicions are confirmed that they have no competent pilots.
What?
It is here where I want to point out something very important to everyone when playing aggressive offense. As I previously mentioned about aggressive offense, you do not necessarily want to engage everyone before you can set up camp. As you will see in this example here, I spot an enemy about 30 to 50 feet in front of me, and he's clearly not looking at me. In the heat of the moment, I open up on him, and after several clear misses, he gets the opportunity to finally get back at me. Although he pays with his life, his teammates clearly know where I am at, and if they were any better, I would have paid with my life, and would have had to start my run all over again. For this reason, you do not want to engage everyone you see. Simply spot them for the rest of your teammates and move on to a more important goal, such as capturing a secure location near the enemy spawn. As for the first set of MCOMs, you need to set a goal for yourself on where you want to ideally capture. For me, the point of interest is the back area surrounding a white building on the right side. It provides a strong location of gain information on the enemy formation in the terms of whether they are strong or weak where I am at.
Man, these teams are so stacked.
Unfortunately, as soon as I crossed the wall, I immediately noticed a guy in the first floor window of the White House. And rather than thinking it out, I put myself in a situation where he will obviously get the first shot off on me. In a contest where skills equal, the first one to hit will generally win, and that's exactly what happened there. My squad mate manages to get off MCOM, and I subsequently try to focus on my objective once again. Although there isn't much action left, I would have tried to do the same thing given this opportunity again. Experience is the #1 learning tool, and in order to gain experience, you simply just need to try stuff out. I didn't know if I was going to be successful after crossing this wall or not, but you have to try it out. As for the first set of MCOMs, find a secure location near the enemy spawn before you initiate on the obvious objective. If everyone on your team was to focus on the MCOM consistently, your entire game plan will be tremendously easy to read, and rather than succeed, more often than not, you will fail. It goes without saying that the axiom, put all your eggs in one basket, comes into fruition here. Your team needs to have diversified objectives in order to be successful. Some people need to control tempo by being on the front line. Some people need to reinforce that front line by consistently resupplying and augmenting where needed. And then there are other people that need to find holes in the enemy formation, play aggressive offense, and secure spawn points for allies. By spreading risks into different objectives, a team ensures that a failure of a plan does not necessarily lead to the failure of the battle. Following the destruction of the second pair of MCOMs, we move on to the Damavand Peak base jump, and once again you need to decide upon a point that you can set up your attack. In this example, I decided to take the roof and hold it, as it provides a strong vantage against anyone below me, as well as both MCOMs. Engage in Windows one-on-one battles that you need to participate in, and then take a slice into enemy territory. Once you gain the information you need, initiate a flanking maneuver if the situation supports it, or otherwise hold until your team can finally move up and support you. By capturing the full position that is at the top of the building, I put myself in a position to get off easy kills, potential spotting, and enable my team to push forward and secure spawning points at the bottom of the peak, rather than have to consistently base jump and waste time in transition to the main battle. The quicker the reinforcements is, the more pressure a defense feels, at which point it may crumble down. We subsequently take the third pair of MCOMs, and although I did not record the last part of this video, I hope I did a good enough job explaining how one should play aggressive offense. By playing this style, you put yourself in a tunnel vision perspective of the map. However, it actually enables you to have a full understanding of where and how strong the enemy team is. The more you engage the enemy on a flank of choice, the more experience you gain with those opponents, and how many and how strong they are. If they are strong against you, they must be weak against your team, and you may want to ask for help. However, if they are weak against you, they must be strong against your team, and you may have opportunities to flank and get in some easy kills. This concludes my study of aggressive offense. I hope the videos were instructive, and if they were, please subscribe, share with your friends, leave comments and questions. My next video will be on the other possible offense a player can take, which I will refer to as passive offense, or team offense. Enjoy the rest of the video, and as always, good luck and have fun. This is Boom Shaka Boxer, signing out.
Whatever, I got this.